Today what we're going to be doing is taking out some scratches within a stainless steel undermount sink. As you can see, there's a fairly significant amount of scratches, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using a 1500 grit wet dry sandpaper that you can purchase pretty much at any automotive department. Canadian Tire, Home Depot, any of those places will have it. So the important thing to do is to follow the etched lines of the existing sink. So as you can see, the etched lines in this Kindred sink, they run this way. So the idea is you're going to be taking the sandpaper, and with a little bit of water, you're just going to be taking the sandpaper and following the etched lines of the sink ever so gently to feather out the scratches. If you try to go this way, you're going to be going across the grains, and that's going to start to make it look untidy, and it runs the risk of potentially buffing it too much. So as you can see, the scratches are starting to remove. For deeper scratches, you might have to go down to 1000 grit. But the idea is just to continue to feather, to find that perfect blend to remove the scratches without buffing the sink too much. Takes a little bit of patience, but as you can see, the scratches are starting to become less noticeable. For deep scratches, sometimes it might not be able to be completely sanded out, but this gives you an idea of how to make the scratches appear less noticeable. And then you just give it some rinsing of water. Now this particular sink is at the 7-year mark, so it has a fairly significant amount of scratches in it. So with a little bit of water, we're just going to rinse away to see if we're happy with the results, or if we have to continue to do more. As you can see, it looks noticeably better than what it did, and that's pretty much all you have to do. For any additional questions or concerns, simply give our office a call. So in order to buff out scratches on the side, you want to find the etch direction, which is going in this direction. Some undermount sinks or some sinks have two-tone polishing, so the side is one tone and the bottom is more of a buffed or a matte finish. And the reason for that is that when you throw your utensils and that into the sink, because it's got a polish or a buff to it, it makes the scratches less noticeable. It's a little more challenging when you have a definitive line where your top and your bottom are not the same, But in this particular sink, this is a Kindred, and the polishing on the bottom goes in this direction and the polishing on the side goes in this direction, so it makes it a lot easier to be able to blend and remove the scratches. So like we did on the bottom, we're just going at it very gently to re-etch in order to hide the scratches or remove them. Watch your pressure. You don't want to do a lot of pressure. You just want to follow the etch lines. And that's it.